In addition to being a remediation of a scholarly article, a vision of students today is an example of a multimodal composition. Computers and composition scholar Cynthia South defines a multimodal composition as a text that communicates using more than one modality. Some examples of modalities are written text, images, video, and audio. A vision of students today is a multimodal composition because it uses written text, video, and music to construct meaning. Like other compositions, it can be analyzed using the rhetorical appeals of logos, pathos, and ethos to see how the various modalities work together to communicate a message to a target audience. Daniel Keller, in his article, Thinking Rhetorically, supports this view. He argues, the study and creation of multimodal text should focus not only on how each modality is different, or what affordances each brings to the task of making meaning, but also on the rhetorical uses authors can make of media and modalities, and the ways in which both medium and modality can be employed to make a rhetorical appeal. Now I'd like you to watch Wesh's video a second time, but this time with audio commentary that offers a rhetorical analysis. In creating this analysis, I considered the context in which the video appears, YouTube. I also worked with the assumption that the target audience for the video is students, teachers, administrators, and anyone interested in issues in higher education. For the rhetorical appeals, I used traditional definitions. Logos is an appeal to logic. Pathos is an appeal to emotion. And ethos is an appeal based on the credibility of the author. At the beginning of the video, we see a quotation from Marshall McLuhan. It appeals to logos by making a claim that acts as a framework for the video. The question on the wall, and the one on the seat continue the appeal to logos. They are followed by a disconcerting answer on the chalkboard. The music, a trip-hop song entitled Waltz into the Moonlight, makes an appeal to pathos with its somber melody. We then learn about the guiding research question, what is it like being a student today? We're also informed about the research methodology. These two pieces of information contribute to an appeal to ethos. The students present the results of the survey, providing an answer to the research question. This information is part of the video's appeal to logos, but the manner in which the information is presented also makes appeals to both ethos and pathos. The students look like average college students. Also, most of the students wear a serious expression on their face. These two elements add to the credibility of the presentation while helping the viewer to relate to the students on an emotional level. As the students present their findings, the music becomes more intense, more emotional, making a strong appeal to pathos. The camera work is interesting. The way it zooms in on one student, focuses, then blurs before zooming in on another student. It's disorienting to the viewer, and perhaps is meant to represent the feeling of disorientation many students experience as they enter the world of higher education. From this vantage point, the camera work contributes to an appeal to pathos. Some people may label these students as slackers. However, reading web pages and Facebook profiles, writing email, or spending time online, listening to music, or talking on cell phones are all considered 21st century literacy practices. So the findings help to develop the argument about the disconnection between higher education and the world outside of academia. This point is clearest when one student says that when she graduates she'll probably have a job that doesn't exist today, and another student holds up a Scantron that says, "Filling this out won't help me get there or deal with problems like war or poverty." The appeal to logos continues with the written text about the potential value of technology. After the written text, we learn that students Facebook through most of their classes and use their laptop during classes to work on non-academic stuff. The message is, students feel more connected to their technological world than their academic world. The implication is, higher education needs to find ways to bring these two worlds together.
Yeah, that's good. Probably.
Here we see Michael Wesch writing on the chalkboard. His writing further problematizes the issue. We then learn about the authors of the video and their connection to Kansas State University. This information makes an appeal to ethos. Finally, we learn that the music is by Triad. Interestingly, Triad is a group of musicians from all over the world who collaborate online. In this video, I offer a framework for thinking about video as argument by looking at a vision of students today both as a remediation of a scholarly article in the social sciences and a multimodal composition open to rhetorical analysis. So what are the implications of this framework for first-year composition? I think there are 3 points worth considering. Video projects use creative and critical thinking. Video projects utilize rhetorical skills. Video projects can be academically rigorous. Before I end this video, I'd like to present one more quote from Daniel Keller. With calls for 21st century literacies assuming urgency in schools at all levels, with conventional lines between media shifting and blurring with increasing regularity, exploration of a wider range of texts can only help improve teaching and students' abilities to make meaning. In light of this quote, I think teachers of writing should consider the potential value of including video projects in first-year composition.